ETH, we start with 1 hour chart and we want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, we have been looking for buy since the price was within this move. When the price was within this zone, I mentioned if the price cannot drop, the price can, if the price cannot continue, we can expect the price to drop. And this is exactly what we get, okay? Because we have been looking for this flat, all right? And right now we don't need these lines. And as what we expected, the price dropped. This is what we had, all right? I change everything. And we want to see what's the next, all right? Just I change the lines, all right? Because if we refer to our analysis, I mentioned we're looking for the flat. The reasons was we put this one as the first correction, which is a flat, and the next one. But now the question is whether this is the last, is a three-wave structure, or it can be more complex. Because if we put this low and relative to the previous one, we don't see the divergence. Because we mentioned if the price drop with the divergence, we can look for the reversal. Okay, now want to see what's the next and how we can look for trade. Okay, that's why I was keep highlighting the price can drop. Okay, there was a few opportunity to look for sell. Based on lower time frame, 15 minutes, this is where we could look for sell. All right, but based on 1 hour chart, we didn't have really good trade setup to look for. And even I mentioned if we wants to look for sell, mostly we can refer to the lower time frame. And whoever get the trade for sell from here, they need to be quite careful. But here, if we put this loan relative to the previous one, we see what we have. We see we have a divergence, and MACD doesn't show. And this divergence cannot confirm the reversal, because if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned after the price drop, if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. Okay, now as what we expected, the price drop, we want to see what's the next. If we move to daily chart, because we mentioned two ways we can look for the chart. Either we call this one as a flat in relative to the first, and we can expect the price break the lowest price of this correction. If there is a continuation, the next level we're looking for is 1.5k. Okay, but the second option, we're looking for the internal flat. That's why we mentioned we are more interested in this second option. If we get the reversal, we can look for buy, at least with the retest of previous top. Okay, that's why right now we're looking for whether the price can reverse or not. Okay, because if we move to forward chart, this is what we wanted, because we mentioned we want to look for this. And as we can see, Bitcoin broke the previous low, but the ETH haven't. Okay, as we know, both of them, most of the charts they following each other. Okay, but technically, for me, what I'm looking for, if I get the reversal, this is what I wanted. This is what we have been looking for. As what we mentioned, the price drop, we had the opportunity to look for sell. How deep it can go, we cannot confirm yet, because we don't see the divergence. But from now, if we want to look for sell, any trade we get it, we consider as a short term. And in the long term, I want to see the reversal. But we need to see the confirmation for the reversal. Okay. And right now, whatever the sell, whoever get the sell, they should start to manage, at least move their stop loss to break even. And even if we put our line, I mean, if you look at this, the way there was forming here, the structure, if you look with triangle, we can see where the price after the break, I mean, the correction was almost on this top of this line. Okay, anyway, we are not using the lines to look for trade. We have been looking for the waves, and this is what we get. Okay, and again, right now, I'm looking for the reversal. It doesn't mean the price have to reverse, because based on daily chart, we mentioned two ways we can look for chart. And the best things if I get the reversal. This is what I'm looking for. It doesn't mean if the price drop, I'm not going to look for sell. For sure, if we get the opportunity for sell, we take the trade. But as long as the price haven't break the previous which is 2.2, if I get any reversal for buy, I will take the trade. But right now, based on daily chart, based on forward chart, we don't see the confirmation for the reversal. Still, we can look for continuation. And if I move to 1 hour chart, still the way is dropping is quite sharp. Okay, that means we have to wait for if there is a continuation, we just let it go, because mostly we don't have any trade setup. And if we get any correction similar to what we have here, still we can look for sell, but as a short term, because the selling pressure is very high. We have to wait for, if we want to look for reversal, we have to wait it start to correct, then from there we can see if there is a reversal, we can look for buy. Okay, but buying or selling right now is just, I mean, it's not really good idea since we don't have any trade set up. Okay, what I suggest right now, whoever get the trade, move their stop loss to break even at least if they want to keep the trade. And if he wants to look for next trade, we wait for the correction. And right now, whatever the divergence we have based on the indicators, we cannot rely on that. The price have to start to, if have to correct before we get the next trade. Okay, and right now we have that the first correction, the third. We cannot call it this is ABC since based on the bigger picture we don't see the divergence. And if the price start to correct, maybe we get the correction, the price drop before we get the next move. Okay, what should we do right now? Whoever get the trade for sell, I start to manage, and we just follow the chart. If I see any reversal, any trade setup for buy, I will share. And even we see the any trade that can give us a confirmation for the continuation, I will share. But right now, I want to see whether the price can retest 2.2 or not. Okay, in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thank